Hello everyone, let's start with the series roadmap to become competitive programmer 5 star. So in this video I'll be solving the 18th problem, and problem name is the score consistent? So the problem statement says chef is watching a football match. The current score is A is to B. That is, team 1 has scored A goals and team 2 has scored B goals. Okay. Chef wonders if it is possible for the score to become C is to D at a later point in the game. That is, team 1 has scored C goals and team 2 has scored D goals. Can you help chef by answering this question? Okay, so let's understand the input format. The first line contains an integer t, the number of test cases. So let us take here int t, say int t while t minus 1. This will take care of all the test cases. The first line of each test case contains two integer a and b. Okay, first line will contain two integer a and b. So let's take, and it is saying the initial number of goals team 1 and team 2 have scored respectively. The second line of each test contains two integers c and d. Okay, so second line will contain c and d. Okay, which is the final number of goals team 1 and team 2 must be able to score respectively. So we need to output for each test case possible, if it is possible for the score to become C is to D at a later point in the game. Otherwise, we will have to print impossible. So let's understand with the example. First example is they have given three test cases, and the first example is A and B is 5 and C and D is 3 comma 5. So let's understand this. So in the first example, A is to B is 1 is to 5. Okay, and later point in time C is to D is 3 is to 5. I think it is 3 is to 5. Yeah, 3 is to 5. So see, initially score was this thing. In later point in time, let's say team 1 has scored 2 more goals, so it will happen to be 3, and team 2 has scored 0 goals after this state, so it is 3 is to 5. So it is possible, we can say. Okay, let's understand the second example. 3 4 2 6. A is to B is 3 and 4, C is to D is 2 is to 6. So as you can see here, in this case, team 2, which is this one, has scored 4 goals. Okay, and later point in time they scored 2 more goals, so its score is 6 now. This is fine. But if you see this team A's, it has a score of 3, but in later point time it becomes 2, which is impossible. Once they have scored 3 goals, so it will be 3 goal only. It will not be lesser than that. It can be more than that, but it cannot be lesser than that. So in this case, you can see this is not validating the condition. So in this case, it is impossible. Okay, let's understand third one. Third one saying 2 2 2 2. So A is to B is 2 is to 2, and C is to D is again 2 is to 2. So which means team 1 has a score of 2 is to 2 in one of the states, and after some point it is again 2 is to 2 only, which is good, like correct. Let's say both the team did not score anything, so it can be possible. So in this case also it is possible. So one of the condition is that if you can see, if A is lesser than or equals to C, this is possible. But A is greater than C is not possible, because A is a score done by team 1, but in later point it becomes less, which is not the correct. And one more condition is like B lesser than equals to D is correct. Like team score 2 has scored a B goals, and after some point it has scored D goals, which is greater than equals to B, which is true, but B greater than D is not correct. So we need to check if A is greater than C or B is greater than D. In that case, we need to return impossible. I think you got it. Or else we need to print possible. So it is the case like if any of the teams score goes lesser than the previous score, in that case it is impossible. Other than that, it is possible. So let's try to code it up. So we have taken A, B, C, D. So we'll have to check if A is greater than C or B is greater than D. So in this case, it will be impossible. Okay. Else it will be possible. Let's try to run the code. Yeah, it is printing as possible, impossible, possible. Let's try to submit the code. Here it also possible, impossible. So yeah, it got accepted. So it was just easy problems. Just we need to find out if A is greater than C or B is greater than C. If both the A and B are greater than C and D, in that case also it is impossible. So like one particular team has scored some goal and at later point it is less, that is not possible. It can be true that at some point it has scored, let's say, a goal, in later point it has scored same number of goals, same, which means that is true only. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my video.